Yo, what's up guys? I hope you guys are doing well today in Houston. Today we're gonna bring a special episode with you on how to shoot street photography. And of course, I got some of the best street photographers in the city here with us, our very own Daniel Fernandez and Doms Carter. So we're gonna go about and show you guys around the city and how we shoot photography.
The first point that I want to talk about is knowing your gear. Like, you need to know the equipment that you're shooting out. It's like you don't want to be caught up trying to set your camera, setting your settings, and miss a moment. So like, you need to know your camera like the back of your hands, and that's when you're actually gonna be able to capture everything that you're looking for.
So we're in here into the menu system. One of the things that I like to do here under the IQ menu, I do like to change my image quality to fine plus raw. There's a lot of people that like to shoot just JPEGs, but I like to do actually both, just in case. I also too will change my, here in the XT5, make sure that I'm in single shooting. And as you can see, single shooting is that S right there. I can do that. One of the other things that I love to do as well too, believe it or not, I like to change my film simulation into black and white. That way there's no distractions with colors. We're really focusing on composition, shadows, and highlights. We can do a little bit better storytelling. And if I do want to go back and convert it into color, and I think the picture is stronger in color, then that's why I shoot in RAW, because in Lightroom, I can go in there and convert it back to color and edit it as I want to. If we go here into the menu, autofocus mode, normally by default it comes in all. You can do wide tracking, you can do single point if that's your thing. Since most of my composition is really, I like to use the rule of thirds, and I'm really more shooting a lot more right in the middle, I will zone it out. So that way my zone is right in the middle. If I down press here, I can make that zone bigger. If I wanted to, I can make it more narrow. I typically have it right about there because most of my composition is going to be right in the middle. And if I was going to take a photo of Hydro here, it's actually filming, that's why it's real quick and easy for me to do that as well too. And I think we're ready to let it rip here in Houston, Texas. So we're going to walk around a little bit. We're going to show you guys what it looks like to shoot street photography here in Houston, especially because it's not Chicago, it's not New York. It's a little bit different of a dynamic. I've always had that saying, if you can shoot street photography here in Houston, I have a lot of respect and admiration for you, because we don't have a shot in every corner. Obviously, like I told you earlier, I like to shoot a 15mm. The reason why is because I like to get a little closer to my subjects. I actually used to hate shooting that perspective, but I actually really like the detail that comes out of it.
So 35mm is my favorite lens just because of how versatile it is. You could do cityscapes, you could do street photography. Sometimes you do have to get a little closer, but I just love how versatile it is. I'm able to just use this lens, get out the house, and shoot a bunch of different things with it.
I do love the 35 as well, but sometimes I feel like it's a little bit too tight, so I'd rather go with the 28mm. I feel like I'm more of a wide angle type of person, so I enjoy capturing the city and people with the 28mm. I do have to get even closer, but that's not a problem with me. My zoom are my feet, and the 28 pretty much gives me everything that I need.
One of the other things that I wanted to do is kind of understand your environment. Here in Houston, right now it's a cloudy day. For me, I default to black and white anyways, 99% of the time. But if I had in mind to shoot color, on a cloudy day, normally I like to shoot more black and white. It's got a little bit more of a dramatic, feel to it, more textures. And that way we can focus a little bit more on that.
All right, so one tip I want to share is about perspective. We're so used to having our cameras up to our face like this, but when shooting street, what I like to do is like alter the perspective. So shooting up like that, shooting down below, just moving your camera around is something I like to do a lot. It really gives you different perspectives and gives you a different way of looking at the screen. So definitely move your camera around, not always just having it here, move it around so you can definitely get different shots that way.
We're gonna go to Main Street. Main Street's pretty popular at lunchtime, and we just let it rip there. So, get a feel for the environment, see what it's doing, how people's body language is reacting, the weather. Are we shooting for shadows and highlights? The whole 9 yards. Really try to understand your environment. It's really important in street photography.
One more, and yes, sir.
Yeah, I see. All right. Oh, yeah, man, you like that, man? Okay. What's up, big homie? Oh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, bro, you look good.
Oh, nothing. That's a nice section of
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Yes, sir. You have a good day. Next thing that I want to talk about is having a plan. So it's easier when you come out here, have a plan on kind of what you're going to be shooting during the day. Otherwise, you're not just like basically walking around, just wondering, not knowing what to do. If you like come in with a plan, like you're going to shoot architecture today, you know, you can focus on lighting, you can focus on like the buildings. If you have a plan of like, I'm gonna shoot people today, you can start engaging with the community, with the city, talk to the people, and just kind of like get a vibe of like what everybody's feeling. Having a plan, that's really important, not only for street photographers, but just for every photographer in general. You need to have a plan. So today we are gonna be doing everything. The plan today is gonna be doing architecture, we're gonna be doing people, we're gonna be doing everything, and hopefully you guys enjoy the photos. All right, so next thing that we're gonna talk about is practicing observation. Then you need to have patience, because a lot of times, you know, you need to kind of sit down and wait a little bit to get the right shot. And last thing, being aware of your surroundings. If you are aware of your surroundings, you kind of know everything that's happening, and you should kind of have an idea of something that's gonna happen so you can be ready for it before it actually happens. If you don't practice patience, that comes with observing your surroundings and have respect and privacy for people, it's gonna be kind of a bit difficult for engage with the city and not have any problems while you're walking around. You look good, I like the jacket. We're just doing a video on street photography for a camera store that we work, and kind of like educational video for new photographers to kind of have tips on street photography.
Is there a website? Houston Camera Exchange. Houston Camera Exchange. Okay. Yeah, if you go on YouTube and type it in, you'll see the video on there too. Okay. Yeah, and then we're also on Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, thank you, officer. I always double check people's bag. I just don't want my homies to lose anything. Actually, what are you rocking today? Peter McKinnon bag. Yo, shout out to Peter McKinnon. We carry Peter McKinnon in our store.
All right, so like what Daniel said earlier, patience is super important in street photography, especially when you're doing fishing, which is one of my favorite things to do. What fishing is when you just find an interesting spot or interesting composition and you're just waiting for something to go on. So example here, there's like two walls, so it's like creating like a rectangle or a square. So what I'm gonna do is just wait for somebody or something to pass through the middle and take a photo of that. So sometimes you have to wait a while, but the shot will be worth it once you get it.
Be here like 1 hour later.
Honestly. That's how it is sometimes. One tip that I like to do a lot is just look out for colors. You can see this guy right here. He has an orange shirt on. There's like an orange piece of paper on the wall. And he's also next to these cones. So it's like a really nice combination of that color orange. So it just really combines like the photo really nicely. Gonna take a photo.
Last one that I do have, it's once you're done, you get back home, review and learn. You know, it doesn't matter how well you did, it doesn't matter how good the photos are, there's always something that you could have done better. So if you don't review, you won't be able to learn from them. Practice more, review more, and shoot more.
I love that. I love that.
All right, so I guess last bonus tip is you're not always gonna get a good photo or great photos whenever you come out to shoot. I think the whole point of doing this is just to come out, have a good time, and just practice your skills, you know? You're not always gonna walk away with something that you really like, so, but that's okay, just have fun.
They did it wrong. He rolled up in the unit home. Take it out, take it out, take it out. George Floyd was a man. No one can do it like George Floyd can. George Floyd was really cool. Don't you know he graduated from Jack High School? George Floyd had a tragedy. We got to pray for George Floyd family. You see, all we got is memories. Got killed by police brutality. I said, George Floyd, live on. I love y'all, man.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'd love for you to visit us in store at 5900 Richmond Avenue.